New research has found young drivers in New Zealand are nearly 3 times more likely to die on the roads than those in Australia. The Automobile Association described the findings as horrific and is calling on the government to tighten driver licensing rules. Zane Small has the details.
L plates on, road code memorised. All part of what's become a modern rite of passage for young Kiwis.
The end of the street, turning left.
Sitting your driver licence test.
Send me all the luck in the world to let me pass.
But the AA Research Foundation has found that drivers aged between 18 and 24 are nearly 3 times more likely to die on roads in New Zealand than in Australia. And it thinks it knows why.
We compared New Zealand's driver licensing system to 16 other locations around the world, and New Zealand had the least requirements.
The AA has now made recommendations, including extending the learner licence period from 6 to 12 months and introducing compulsory supervised driving hours for learners.
Also introducing some new types of testing into the licensing process at earlier stages, and having tougher penalties and a 0 alcohol limit.
Kiwi motorsport great Greg Murphy supports the recommendations. He's one of the founders of Street Smart, a practical driver training course.
What we're doing at the moment is setting people up to fail because they're ill-prepared to deal with the challenges and risks that present every day on our roads.
The research found that young drivers are consistently overrepresented in road crashes and fatalities, with the greatest risk occurring in the period between obtaining a learner's licence and a restricted licence. So the AA is calling on the government to include its recommendations in the next road safety plan. And it looks like that might just happen.
We're getting advice on these issues, actually a really timely report. Cabinet's asked me to report back later this year on advice around what may need to be done to reform driver licensing.
The result may be that it takes a bit longer and requires more learning to achieve the right to drive on our roads.